got the compass, she's got the cape. One holds the heart, one opens the gate. Stories of streamers, life behind the glow, mental health, hustle, and learning as we go. Two paths meet in a world we create. One keeps it grounded, one celebrates. This is the compass and the cape, where real meets raw. We laugh, we lift, we learn from the fall. From stream talk to soul talk, we won't fake. Come get real with the compass and the cape. It's okay to pause, to heal, to relate. It's time to tune into the compass and the cape.
Hey everyone, welcome back to The Compass and the Cape. This is episode 7, and today's Hero Spotlight is extra special. We've got someone who brings discipline, authenticity, and the heart into everything he does. Please welcome the Aging Gunny. We're going to hop over and meet our guy, and it should be a good time. So, let's go.
Let's go. Hey, Gunny, thank you so much for joining us today. For anyone listening who hasn't had the chance to meet you yet, could you give us just a quick rundown of an intro of who you are and what you're all about and what you do?
Sure. So, yeah, my name's Gunny. This is my nickname for like the last 25 years. It's based off my last name. I'm not going to dox myself because you'll know where I work and where I live really quick if I give you my last name. But that is the nickname that my friends gave me in college over the last 25 years. And so it's just stuck. Most people know me as Gunny. There's a small handful who call me by my real name. That's like my wife and a couple coworkers, and that's about it. So, but no, I'm a shooter streamer. Didn't realize that's the games that I typically do, but looking at all the streams, that's basically what I do, third or first person shooters. But really, I'm up to trying anything. But with my streaming on my channel, I try to make it just a place where people can come and be themselves without judgment, where they can be relaxed. They can make fun of themselves. They can come make fun of me. You know, all my TikTok videos are usually videos of me making fun of myself, just showing how bad I can be at games. And so, but yeah, I just like creating a safe space. Even if people are just there to lurk and watch and not even chat, I just want it to be where everybody feels welcome.
Love it. So let's get into your origin story.
Okay.
Let's talk about, like, just from the beginning, what inspired you to step into the streaming and content world?
Okay. Yeah, so December of last year, I'd come across a video of some content creator saying how easy it was to stream straight from a console. And so I was like, oh, okay. So I started watching a few videos, and I was like, well, I had a Twitch account because I had set one up to support a friend who was trying it out for, I think he probably did it for a month. And so I had this one for a few years, and so I was like, well, let's see if I can connect it to my Xbox. Let's see if I can do this thing. And so in January 8th, I did my first one. It was terrible. It was there was no camera. You know, it was just I can't even remember what game I was playing. Probably Apex Legends, I think.
So you even started without a camera?
Yeah, I started with no camera, nothing. I was just like, okay, let's just see. And I was totally delusional about everything. Thinking, I was like, my toxic thinking is like, oh yeah, somebody's going to see this and they're going to talk to me right away. And the only chatter I had was obviously somebody selling me art. And I'm and
obviously.
Obviously. And at first I was like, oh, this person's so nice, you know. Oh. It's like I answered some emails from a Nigerian prince to help him get some money in the United States. But so I started there, and I didn't tell anybody about it. Like, I was gaming with my friends, and I was playing without a camera, and I didn't have my friends' voices on the stream, just me. And I had changed my Twitch handle to because I was like, I want something maybe involving my name, but that I'm getting older and not as good as games as I used to be. So that's where the Aging Gunny comes from.
Okay.
And so that's kind of where I started. And after doing it for a couple of weeks, I talked to my wife. I was like, so this is what I've been doing. I game every night anyways. And I go, what do you think? And she's like, oh, absolutely, you game already. And she just
Great
said,
answer.
she's like, as long as you're having fun and you're not crashing out on it. She's like, she goes, I love when you have hobbies and you grow them. And so
cute.
my wife is my biggest supporter. She doesn't watch anything, because it's not her thing. But she has been a big supporter, and she's just like, yep, you just as long as you're still positive about it and you're having fun, I want you to do it. So that's where it started. And I slowly started adding stuff. Like I got a cheap camera that I could plug into the Xbox, and so I started doing little things. I got this little my little Fallout sign there from the Fallout games. That
Which
was in
I
the
love,
background.
by the way. I noticed.
Yes. So I mean, that's where it started. Slowly starting to meet people, starting to meet the two of you, and all that, and then here we are now. What are we, August, 8 months later,
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
completely different setup, a lot better gear than I was back in January for sure.
Yeah, I never
Yeah.
would have thought 8 months ago that you were just starting streaming and you didn't have a camera and you didn't have all this other stuff, because you're
Right.
just you're one of those people that when I see or when I watch your streams, this guy has got his shit together.
Yeah.
This is just one of the
I
streamers
appreciate
I want to
that.
be like when I grow up.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, big time. Yeah, the first stream I ever did with a camera, my audio was muted, or it didn't come through for the first 45 minutes.
Wow.
And so
Yeah.
it fixed itself somehow. So it was something, doing it straight from the console, it's tweaky, it's weird.
Yeah.
Sometimes not everything works right. I always had to unplug my heads. Once I went live, I had to unplug my headset, because it was also my microphone, out of the
Okay.
console and then back in to sync up the audio to the camera. It was always a chore.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is what it's going to be like every time.
Yeah, I started out on my console as well, so I get it.
Yeah, it can be rough.
Gunny, one thing people say about you is how strong your community feels. What have you learned about building this community and leading a community that other streamers, what could they take away from this by listening to you talk about your community and how you built it?
Yeah, that's kind of a tough question, because I always feel like I sometimes think to myself, I'm like, is there a community? I don't have a Discord. I don't, I'm trying to define what is community in this space.
Yeah.
And is it the people who regularly show up? Is it or pop in? And I guess it's just everybody who consistently interacts, whether it's on Twitch or TikTok. I don't know. I've always felt like I want to be the streamer that I'd want to watch, or I would want to be the content creator that I'd want to watch. And I kind of think also, in my real life, when I meet people and become friends with people of any age, be the friend to them that I wanted as a kid.
Right.
Be that person and become that person. I'm sure I'd be my childhood best friend if I could. But yeah, building a community, and I always want to make sure everybody feels seen when they come to my stream, or if they comment on a video. I don't want them to feel like, well, if I go in there, nobody will notice that I'm there. And so I like to say hi to everybody, and I'll even stop mid-sentence what I'm saying in stream to do that. Maybe it's a little ADHD, I don't know, going all over the place. But yeah, just I want to feel like I have that I see everybody, that I acknowledge everybody. I'm grateful for anybody that stops by. Also, part of it, I like to have a consistent schedule doing that. Part of it's because I need that. I need that structure, but I feel like if there's a consistent schedule and somebody can look forward to maybe when I'm streaming or getting to interact for a little bit, that's been important to me as I'm building community. But yeah, I feel like that's kind of a question to answer, just because I still feel like I'm still trying to figure that out, like figure out how to build, right?
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. Because I'll watch other streamers of all levels and go, whoa, this community, this is cool too, And there's not one set formula for it either. Mm-mm. And so I think everybody in this space that we all can share space in can figure it out a multitude of different ways to create that.
Yeah. I love that transparency, and just like,
yeah,
you're right. Like, we're all really still even. I mean, because it's 8 or so months for us too. Everyone just seems to still be figuring things out as we go. Community is definitely one of those words that it just seems like such a buzzword. You just hear it, you hear everybody saying it, and it's like, what exactly is that though? Like, what is that?
I think for everybody,
and I guess it comes down.
It's different.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it just is down to the individual for what that means to them.
Right. And I've had people, because of some videos I've made, I have some people say like, well, you say that your community is going to find you, like how does that happen, and I can give an answer, but I feel like you said, it's different for everybody. And the people who enjoy watching you, I think it takes a lot of hard work to grind out and like become discovered, right?
Yes.
It's like you're the miner and the gems all at the same time, right? You got to do that mining.
I like that analogy.
So that people can see you, right? So you're doing all the work so everybody they can see you later on, right?
Right. And you said the word grind, and it just, streaming itself is such a grind, right?
Right.
So how do you keep the balance between like your personal life and content creation? Just because you were talking about having to be like you like to have like a schedule or some kind of regimen. So what does that mean to you? What does that look like?
I think so. Yeah. So having the schedule really does helps me keep on track with both the creative side of things I want to do, but also like the family stuff that I want to do, because I'll get stuck on one thing and just keep going at it and accidentally neglect some other things, right? And so creating a schedule of when I stream. So when I started, I was just kind of doing it whenever. But then when I started taking it a little bit more seriously, I thought, okay, so I need time to set up. I need time to check equipment. Like it adds, like when I was just doing it on a console in front of a TV, I had an extra hour at the beginning to set up and maybe 30 minutes to tear it all down at the end. So a 3-hour stream turned into almost a 5-hour thing. Yeah. And I'm like, well, then now I got to get to bed. I got to go to work in the morning, And so having a structure of not only the days that I do it, but the length that I do a stream, really helps me just stay on track with just responsibilities as a husband and a dad and as an employee somewhere else. And then also on then the content creation side of creating videos, so after every stream I'll take like 30 minutes to an hour, and I'll go, okay, I need to find at least 2 clips out of this stream. Hopefully I was taking notes during my stream and I can make it easy on myself.
Right.
But what I try to do is get a couple from every stream. I stream 4 times a week, so I can get 8, and so hypothetically I can get a whole week's worth of videos in the can, ready to go. But then for the next week, and so I'm always kind of like a week ahead, so that if should something happen, I can fall back and say, well, I've got enough to last me to next week or whatever, and I can schedule those out. But it is a constant for me. It's a constant like, oh, I've spent too much time on this. I need to move on. Like for me, I need to write things down. I need to have the schedule. I need to have all of that so I can have the consistency, so that I can do the grind, but I also do the things that I need to do outside of content creating.
Yeah, great. Perfect.
I have a question
Okay.
that I've noticed, Gunny, over the last little bit, that you have started doing some more, not just gameplay and making fun of yourself or whatever, like a lot of us do. I do the same thing
Right.
during gameplay. But you've also been adding and been doing some motivational things and advice things, which I personally have really been enjoying watching. When you do these TikToks and you're giving the advice, or you're doing the motivational talks, when did you start deciding to do that, and what made you think, oh well, I want to start giving advice, or I want to start being motivational and intentional with my TikToks, not just the game clips, but also like I'll call it the mental side or whatever, to encouraging people, because I've really enjoyed that. And those, I mean, I enjoy your gaming TikToks and the humor, but the advice ones and the motivational ones, those are my favorite. I love those.
Yeah.
And you're so good at it. Oh, you're so good at it. Like, I feel like it could be like a, like your own podcast or your own, whatever, or show, or.
Yeah. So, where that came from, back in June, I did, you guys know Alea. Okay, Alea. Yeah. She and I did a collab on Fortnite, and just in our talking during our collab while we were playing, I had said something. I had talked about a little bit about how scary doing streaming is, and how the doubts creep in, and how how you're afraid of rejection, or afraid of people critiquing you and all that, and I talked a little bit about my growing up, that I was picked on a lot as a kid in school. I was bullied a lot, and so that really sticks with you forever, and worried, and that's kind of held me back from doing certain things, and so through that, I had made the comment of anybody who's gonna start doing this, or is getting run down by it, or afraid of what the next step might be. I had said, dare to be brave, to just do it, and to go live, to, do whatever. And so I made a clip out of that, and it got some good like comments to it. Not like I was looking for a viral or anything, and that's not really what it became, but it got some good engagement that got me thinking of like, oh, what if I did something like this at least once a week, where I could give some advice. There's people who give streaming advice on technical stuff, and like, this is how you do an overlay, and I was like, I really don't want to do that, because I feel there's enough people who do that, and I don't want to feel like I'm copying too many.
Right.
I mean, we all kind of copy each other
in
one sense or another, right? And so then I was like, okay, let's sit down. Maybe I can like come up with some ideas and some like 1-minute scripts where it can be a streaming tip, but more on the encouraging side, more, to encourage people. Like one of my favorite ones I did, which kind of blew up, was my one on quiet chats, on how quiet chats are still part of the progress.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Part of the whole thing, as you're becoming a streamer, because it doesn't mean you're failing. You're still learning. About yourself, about who you want to be, and this is an amazing space to be able to learn and practice all that. And so, but just the engagement, as I started doing this engagement from the community through TikTok, has been really good, and it's opened up avenues for me to just be encouraging to people, even through my replies to them. Because there's a lot of people who do this and they feel so like this path of streaming. There's a lot of us and we all make friends and have a good time together, but you feel alone a lot because you're in.
Yeah.
I'm in a room by myself right now, and when you're done and you feel like it's been a rough stream, you feel defeated, right? We need that encouragement, and some of the stuff I'm doing is actually for me. I'm actually doing these videos for myself, and I've gone back and watched them when I felt, I feel like, oh, that was a bad stream. It was too quiet, or I'm just having doubt about what I'm doing, or
Oh yeah.
And the one I posted on this last Friday was about somebody out there, you don't know, but somebody out there needs you to keep going because you don't know, we're, as we do this and we create content, we stream and stuff, we don't know what kind of seeds we're planting. We don't know what kind of fruit's going to come from the seeds that we're planting, right? Whether it's to inspire somebody to do this or to move, one direction or another, or, maybe just to help them out with their day. Right. And so yeah, that's really where it kind of came from, was that original collab we did. And so then every week since then, I've just been doing one, or for the last couple months or whatever, I've been doing one on Fridays. And, I've really enjoyed doing those more over the gaming clips.
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying you do them.
Yeah.
I like that you do them. They're helpful for me.
Good.
If people can only remember one thing about you, Gunny, and your streams, what would it be? What do you hope that it is?
That our world isn't as dark as our media makes it out to be. That there are good people that we can share space with, that we can have differing views and opinions, yet we can all come around the same table, right? And so, like, that's really kind of what I want people to take away when they come hang out. That everybody's, I have it in my bio, but everybody, or my rules for chat, everybody's deserving of love and respect. And they don't. There shouldn't be any prerequisites to be able to get that. We should all be able to show that to each other. And so that's kind of what I would want people to walk away from, aside from terrible gameplay, right?
So, looking ahead, what is next for you? So, what do you got down the pipeline? Any big goals, projects, co-ops? Like, tell us. I've set, so when I first started, and I still do it, but when I first started, I wrote out a list from the encouragement of my wife. Wrote out a list of some small term and long term goals, right? To help me with the small term, kind of get that momentum, right? Have some small wins, so it doesn't feel like, when you first start out, you're like, oh, I'd want to be affiliate. It's taking forever to get that 3 concurrent viewer, right? So that's a long-term goal. So now that I've kind of crossed off all those on my goal sheet from when I first started, I've got some that I'd like to grow community or audience. Both Twitch and TikTok. To be honest though, I don't really have any big projects down the pipeline. I'm just kind of currently enjoying the moment of where I'm at, right? I'd love to see more chatters or more numbers or whatever, but I really don't have anything big. I am going to be doing like a new game coming up here in September. I'm going to be playing The Last of Us. I've never played it. I've never watched the show. Okay.
I know enough because I'm on the internet and I know some spoilers. But like I thought, that would be a lot of fun to play, something new. It's still kind of a shooter, but it's also a scary game. And,
I was gonna say it's a little scary.
And I know some people are like, "Oh, we'd love to see you get scared," and so, so I've got the game on the shelf back here, and that'll be starting the first week of September. So that's like the new thing. I think for me, it's just continually every week re-examining what I'm doing and making tweaks and adjustments as I go. What's working, what's not working. Knowing full well, like, you can't have 1 week and that be your barometer of I guess you could say success, right?
Yeah.
But every week, just so I don't feel like I'm getting like stagnant or, you know, not setting a good foundation for some growth or some future things, right? But yeah, nothing really big set in the future. Just, I think, still staying consistent, tweaking things, trying to improve my stream where I can. You know, I'm always trying out like new things with my OBS without trying to break it.
That's fun.
You know, maybe
we
get
all
some,
love OBS,
right? Maybe get some new equipment, like little things here, not go crazy. But yeah, that's just kind of where I am at, just trying to keep pace with what I'm doing and trying to improve myself or learn something new every day with it.
Love it.
All right.
Yeah.
So before we let you go, Gunny,
Okay.
let's do a couple of quick fire fun questions.
Okay. All right.
So just say whatever the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Favorite
right.
game. Favorite game right now.
Ready or not?
Ready or not? Go to
you ever
snack
play-
while you're streaming.
Go to snack. These little squares from Costco that are like these oatmeal dark chocolate no bake things called Heavenly Hunks, I think.
Yeah.
They're-
I've
those
never
are
seen
really
those.
good.
What is that?
Oh.
You've seen those, Hero?
Yeah, they're really
What
good.
are they called?
Yeah. Heavenly Hunks, I think.
Heavenly Hunks.
Yeah.
Bro, that sounds like a strip review. You know, like instead of Chippendales or Magic Mike, you've got Heavenly Hunks.
All they wear are wings.
We might be onto something.
Yeah, their next venture. If this
We
doesn't work out.
found out the future project.
The future project. There we
Fine,
go.
here it
Gunny's
is, yeah.
Heavenly Gunny's Heavenly Hunks.
Just mustaches and angel wings.
Gotta have a mustache. And
So funny.
one thing that most people don't know about you.
That and I mean, you guys know me, so, but people, when they first know me or first meet me, they think I'm very introverted and very reserved, and that actually what I do is I stand back and I observe a lot, and then once I'm comfortable with people, that's when I start talking and joking around. And so I've had a lot of people who really didn't take the time to get to know me to go, oh, I didn't know you were funny, or you're so talkative, or we couldn't get you to shut up. So that would be one of them. Not saying that I think I'm hilarious, but
I think you're hilarious.
I'm
can
also
vouch,
really
yeah.
humble.
Yeah,
I'm
we
also
can
really
we
humble.
can vouch for that you're
Yeah.
hilarious. We both can vouch for that.
So, Gunny, thank you again for joining us
Yeah,
today. It's been
absolutely.
an honor having you on the show. Before we let you go, what is one thing you want to leave the audience with? Like one big takeaway from Gunny.
From me. I would say that whatever space you're in, whatever you're doing, and I guess I'll just say it in the terms of like content creation, streaming or videos or whatever. I would say try a lot of things to try to find the avenue that you feel most comfortable and you enjoy the most. And really, no matter what you do, you're going to come across people who are negative, because there are people who take pleasure in tearing others down. And I would say those are people you just don't need to react to, because the moment you react, you give them the power. And if we don't react, we strip them of their power, and you become that much more powerful over them. And so I would just say, find what makes you happy, find what makes you joy, and then do it in such a way that any naysayer, any negative person has no power against you, you know. And yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Love that.
We're
Yeah.
going to change it from the Aging Gunny to the Wise Gunny.
Oh, yeah.
Gunny the Wise, or the Wise
Yeah, I
Gunny.
mean, my hair is getting grayer every day.
You know, like Gandalf the White, Gunny the Wise.
Oh. Yeah, come back even more powerful than before.
Yeah. You shall not pass.
When my hair was starting to get really gray, I was at the barber, and I was getting my hair cut, or Great Clips, wherever it was. And I looked down, and I didn't realize how gray my hair was getting. And I said, "Did you not clean this cape off from the last person?"
Oh,
And the lady
no.
says, "Sir," she goes, "Sir, that's your hair." And so I was like, "Oh, this is not good. It's my kid's fault."
Oh, I believe that 100%. Because my kids, yep.
Yep, for sure.
Gunny, thank
So
you
great.
for hanging out with us and being here.
Yeah,
And
my
friends,
pleasure.
make sure you go follow and support the Aging Gunny. We'll drop all his links in the description. And trust us, you don't want to miss what he's doing.
It's gonna be a good time.
Absolutely. Guys,
Yeah.
that's a wrap on today's Hero Spotlight. Until next time, keep creating, keep connecting, and we'll see you soon. Bye.